Can you guys hear me okay? Awesome. I'm still playing around a little bit with OBS, so give me a second. Okay, there we go. I like that better. How are you? How's your Saturday? Hi, Tony. How's it going? Melting. That's fair. I was outside briefly I cleaned the litter box and I had to take it out and I was like, oh, it's already warm. Cool. At least you have a breeze. It's like famously humid where I am, so it's kind of like walking through a pool. Oh my gosh, can't get this. There we go. So, the litter box was warm. No, the outside. Outside was warm. I guarantee that you guys are going to hear me curse more during these streams than ever before because I poke myself with these needles all the time. By the way, I had to change my plan for what I was going to do today like 3 times because I thought I had bought black fabric and I had like this great idea for what I was going to do with some black fabric and some French knots and it was going to look cool. And then I realized I didn't buy any black fabric when I went to the store the other day. So I just had this gray. So I like rushed and tried to cut a piece and like, I don't know if you can see, look at this line. Not that it matters, no one's gonna see it, but that is the most crooked line I think I've ever cut with a pair of scissors. It looks horrible. I mean, it doesn't really matter if anyone notices. I also should have ironed this fabric so you don't have this huge crease here, but I sure didn't, so it's whatever. We're here for a good time. Perfectly straight to a drunk person. That's what I'm counting on. Maybe some people will just enjoy that. Like I said, it doesn't really matter because when the hoop is finished, all the extra fabric is going to be tucked behind it anyway, so it's just going to look like a circle. Hopefully. If it comes out looking like a square, I might have some splaining to do. Let's get some drinks. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 9 a.m. here, but it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Squircle. I don't like that word. That sounds... There's a certain mouthfeel to that one. I'm not sure I appreciate it. that's good enough. See, the circles are almost, or circles, the creases are almost gone. It's 2 p.m. here. It's the weekend. I feel like on the weekend anything goes. You know? Words are hard. Plus I got up at, I went to bed at 1-ish. I got up at 7. Shippuchi! My best friend! I'm honestly surprised that you got up. I'm a little honored, actually. There we go. We have been blessed. The patron saint of streaming. Oh, you set an alarm? Aw. She does like me. Faint's in shock. Everything we do is to spite Sarah, that's fair. Sorry, I'm trying to like mentally measure out like what I'm doing here, and I should have done this last night, but I didn't. So. This is too far over. Well, I spent, because I'm not too smart, I spent like an hour and a half last night trying to figure out why my audio was all fucked up in OBS. And I mean, I was trying everything, and I couldn't figure out why I had this echo when I was recording. And it wasn't like, oh, I have 2 mics on or anything. Like, I just had this weird echo, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. And I was getting so mad. And after an hour and a half, I mean, I was looking for, like, plugins and, like, software to download to, like, whatever, you know, like, try and figure out what was going on. And I almost was just like, you know what, screw this, I'm just not gonna do it tomorrow. Like, I'm too frustrated, I'm not dealing with this, you know, I'll just wait and try again, like, another day, whatever. At the end of it, I realized the echo was from, I had opened Discord to test my audio, and I had the audio test up for like an hour and a half. So it was repeating everything back to me. So it was just me being stupid. Right, yeah. Why is my audio messed up? I was getting so frustrated, and really it was just like me. It was just me. Also because I had like a full week to to play around with this, and I didn't, because I was like, whatever, I'll just do it Friday night. It'll be super easy. No one ever has any problem streaming, right? There's no record of that. No, I didn't end up getting the Brio, and I know you told me to, but I didn't because I am just starting out and I don't actually, like, knowing me, I'm not sure how long I'll actually keep this up for, so I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on like a high quality camera and then use it like 4 times, you know? So I just bought the Logitech C920 or whatever. Um, if I keep going, I'll definitely consider it. Um, but also, I'm like really not prepared to try and do this professionally, so it would be, I think, kind of a waste at this point. But I'm definitely going to remember it. I'm sure, like, if I keep going, I'll probably message you again and be like, what was the name of that camera? Like, how do I get it? Right. Which, I don't know. I mean, you guys tell me if you think the quality is kind of wonky. I think it's working all right for this purpose right now. So, we'll just keep on keeping on. Good. I'm glad it doesn't look like really bad. I know the pictures I tried to use for my like transitions, because those are the first one, the like starting soon. That's a piece that I already finished. I'm sure you guys may have seen that on Discord. I took those with my phone, and when they get blown up, they look really crappy. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that yet. I might have to like commission somebody to make me some screens because I am not a digital artist. I'm not about that life. Okay, this is my really crappy outline for what I want to do. Not this exactly, because this looks stupid. But it's going to be a guide that's going to help me um, with the rest of what I want to do, because I didn't draw it out first. These are some of my colors. Very true. Arson is generally frowned upon. Oh yeah, sure. I mean, I have another friend who does like really cute, like really cutesy, uh, cartoony, like digital art, and I love her style. I really do. I might just see if I can commission her. Um, she used to be one of my roommates, so she has to like me a little bit. That's the law. By the way, I'm assuming you guys don't know a ton about embroidery. I'm just separating strands here. There's 6 strands. It's really blurry. There's 6 strands there. I'm going to pull out 2 of them. If I can get 2 of them without causing a huge knot. You can't be my only artist friend. I mean, you could be, but you're not. Besides, haven't you said you digital art is not really your preference, right? That's totally fair, Katie. I'm kind of the same. Like, I haven't done cross stitch, but like embroidery and writing, I can only do one at a time. And crochet, I can do one at a time. I can only have one focus. Oh, did you hear that, Tony? Shippo's the only artist allowed. One artist only. Yeah, writing brain takes like so much energy. Writing brain, like, that's a whole day thing. If I'm doing that, I'm not doing anything else. There's no more thinking aloud. Oh, I'm definitely gonna have like a wall of cat commissions. Like I'm definitely gonna be hitting Shippochi up for another sculpture at some point when I can afford it. And I'm definitely gonna need some like Looney Tunes-esque cat drawings. Oh yeah, I'm kind of the same. Like, I want to write a lot more than I do. So that's basically what I'm doing today, is all these little French knots, because they're very easy. I think they're very easy. Some people don't like them. I think they're kind of fun. I almost named this stream like "Let's Get Naughty" or something, like NOKNOTTY, and then I was like, no, Rachel, don't do that. You're gonna get a certain type of person, and we don't need that here, right off the bat. viewer count. I don't think I'm ready to totally sell out yet. I just started. Ah, fuck. You didn't see that. Or hear it. It doesn't help that maybe this is TMI. It doesn't help that like I've been for the past like week I've been watching this show on Netflix called How to Build a Sex Room, which is not as crazy as it sounds. It's more like a home makeover show that also is about accepting like I don't know, like your kink and like sexual size, like stuff like that. But it's very like not G-rated, but probably like PG-13. Like it's not that bad. But I've been watching that for the past week because I think it's really funny. And the host is like so cute and like fun. It's not crazy. Don't give me that. See? I've been vindicated. It's actually really cute. It's not creepy. It's very cute. There's this little British grandmother lady. She's probably not a grandmother. She's probably like 60. Maybe she has a family. I don't know. And she goes around and she builds sex rooms for people. I would watch that. Yeah, I would. I definitely would. And I am. And I enjoy it. And it's just very cute. It's like a home makeover show, which is always fun. And it's just got a little bit of weirdness in it, which I also appreciate. It's a fun show. It's very, like, casual fun. I'm enjoying it a lot. Isn't that, like, therapy, though, Tony? Like, isn't that what you do? I mean, the money that some of these people have to be dropping on this room, and it's just like a room in their house. Like, some of them, it's not even their bedroom. It's like a whole separate room. And, like, you see the reveal, and you're like, that has to have cost them, like, 20 grand, you know? Like, just the remodel has to have cost them that. So, the things people will do with their spare change, I mean, it's fascinating. What's a fun show, Shippuchi? Fam. FMA. I'm not gonna get into this. I'm not gonna you can't bait me with this. I won't do it. Actually, I will because it's my stream and I can. So, I'm not gonna watch FMA because I've tried watching it before. And it's just, I don't know, it's just not for me. Rachel's gonna rant. That's like a guarantee. I'm just not gonna rant about FMA because I don't have a strong opinion about it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. I watched I think I watched like 3 episodes, which is my standard for shows that I'm checking out for the first time. I'll give them 3 episodes. And it just, I don't know, it didn't get me. I'm not a seething ball of hatred, that's true. I can be a seething ball of something, but it's usually not hatred. I know you're messing with me. We've been friends too long. Rant Overwatch. I don't have an opinion on Overwatch. I don't know anything about it. When it was still new, the only thing I knew about the only thing I knew about it was excuse me. I do know some Overwatch characters because I knew Zenyatta, and I know generally speaking like the names of most of the characters, and I know a little bit more about Zenyatta because I thought he was really interesting because I do like robots, and I thought he was a really interesting way to go. But I don't play the game, and I don't really intend to, so like any gameplay opinions are just lost on me. I don't know that it's ass. Like I honestly don't have the experience to say one way or the other. Like, oh, it's terrible. I'll never play it because I don't care. I don't intend to. You know, I have other things to pay attention to besides that. Yeah, use correct capitalization after we just talked about some interesting rooms in people's houses. You know, we have to be very careful. It's the weekend. Don't worry about typing. Just send me your thoughts telepathically and we'll be fine. Sorry, I'm trying to engage my brain right now and it's taken a minute to boot up today. Hang on. I'm being careful. I mean, I think that might be scary for people. Who needs emergency pandas? Oh, there will be blood. Did I mess this up already? Yeah, we're gonna take that one out. There we go. And this is what the back looks like. I think I would be a great jigsaw. Don't even start. I would be an excellent jigsaw. I would be a great jigsaw because no one would see it coming. Nobody would see me and be like, oh yeah, that looks like someone who is setting crazy traps for people. It would be one of those like in plain sight reveals where like at the end they'd be like, oh, it was the normal-ish looking person the entire time. I'm not a sadist. No one can prove anything. That makes sense. Talk to me for 2 minutes. I don't know about that one. That one seems a little weird. How would y'all not know? I feel like I could get away with it. But that's probably what all people who think they would make a good jigsaw say. It definitely wouldn't catch me. I would tell y'all what the plan is for this piece, but like, I only kind of have one, so. Oh, did my cam freeze up? Is anyone else having a problem? Nope, okay, cool. But, so these are French knots, so I can't like zoom in easily, but I'm twisting it around the needle. So you take the thread and you twist it around the needle once, and you can do twice, and you can do 3 times if you want. I'm doing twice. And then you stick it back in the fabric, but you do like right next to where the hole is. So not right back into the same puncture, but right next to it. And that makes, if you do it right, not like that, if you do it right, it makes a little knot and it won't come loose. I mean, I'm sure, like, if I finished and started really, really pulling, I could take them all back out. But if I knot this thread when I'm finished with it, it'll hold them all in place. They're not going to come out. And they make a really cool texture because they're kind of these raised bumps on the fabric. And different stitches will make different textures. Like there's some that'll be more bumpy, and then there's one that's called a satin stitch, which is just lines really close together across, and it becomes very smooth. I like French knots a lot because I like the texture of them. I think they're really fun. And they look like little, like, what's it called? The packaging bubbles. Except you can't pop them, but they're just kind of this fun, like, bumpy texture. Bubble wrap, yes. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot the word bubble wrap. Jeez, Alright, I think we're gonna call that one, because this is getting kind of short. Leaf stitch is cool. I haven't done a lot with leaf stitch. I do more like back stitch and satin stitch and French knots. I like French knots. I'm also still learning. Like I really have not done that much embroidery, and I haven't really studied particular stitches. I just kind of wing it, so it's all about the experience and having skizzers. Alright, next color. Let's do some green. Ooh, you embroidered paper? I have honestly never tried that. I'll make this one a little longer. Paper I haven't done. I want to try doing patches. Some people like embroider patches that they can like sew onto jackets and be cool and like all that stuff. I want to try doing that at some point. Just not yet. Guys, get a good look at my baby hands today while I'm working. My child hands. Yeah, post a pic. Yeah, I guess it has to be in Shippo Discord. I don't have a Discord channel yet. I don't know if I'll make one. Sorry, I'm trying to thread this needle. I need to be able to see the eye. There we go. Look at your baby hands. That is true. That is true. Let's start up here with this one. So when I'm done, this is going to be like entirely French knots. Not the whole thing, but like the outline. I'm going to make a letter B here. And I just realized I put the wrong letters in the wrong order, but oh well. That's life. I got so excited to use blue. B. So, alright. I'm gonna expose myself as a nerd a little bit. I've been watching Red versus Blue a lot recently because a friend of mine just started rewatching it, and I got interested because I hadn't finished watching it. I hadn't gotten past like the season 4 or 5. So that's been on my mind. So eventually, what this was supposed to be was Red versus Blue, but now it's going to be Blue versus Red, which is backwards, but like whatever. Who cares? Except me. You're my friend, you're required to be a nerd. That's true. Which I got stuck on. I think I'm like halfway through season 12 right now. There's like 16 seasons, so I'm in the home stretch, basically. I just haven't watched it in like a week because I got distracted by How to Build a Sex Room. And also video essays. I've been watching a lot of random video essays on YouTube about TV shows I've never seen. Like, I just watched some about Gossip Girl. I've never in my life watched Gossip Girl. I never wanted to. It's just really fun to watch people rant about something. I don't want to jinx it, but I'm actually really surprised that Shade hasn't been, like, knocking on my door. She was with me this morning, begging for attention. And then she just decided to go out to the living room, and I haven't heard from her since, so I don't know what she's doing out there. I don't know, she doesn't seem like the world-dominating type. She's a bean. She's so cute. She looks evil, but she's so sweet. She just has this really, I don't know, angular face. Like, her eyes are very sharp, and her face itself is very, like, she's got kind of a pointy face. So she always looks like she's, like, plotting or, like, doing something evil. But she's just sitting there purring and, like, begging for pets. It's very cute. the other day she almost fell off the couch like 2 different times because if I'm sitting on the couch, she likes to sit right next to me, so she ends up sitting on the edge of the couch. And she'll just start leaning over. And so if I'm petting her on her like outside, she'll lean outside towards the outer edge of the couch and she'll just keep leaning. She'll just keep going. And soon like her entire like upper body is just being held up by my hand. And if I were to move my hand, she would just go face first into the floor, which is very funny. I'm not going to do that to her because that'd be mean. But there's always the temptation that, like, I could just end this cat's whole career. I could just embarrass her so hard. She's very much a baby. She's a big baby. Actually, she's a little baby, but she's a baby. Who's like actually like a middle-aged cat. She's like 8 years old, which we did get confirmed by the vet, by the way. We took her into the vet and he was like, yeah, that's probably about right. Which is good, because sometimes when you adopt from shelters, they lower the age of the animals by a couple of years because they're more likely to get adopted. Like, a lot of people aren't going to adopt a 10 or 11-year-old dog, but they might adopt one that's like 7 or 8, you know? So they'll lower it by a few years, and we've had that happen like twice with dogs. So we always like to take them to the vet and be like, well, what do you, like, do you think that's actually accurate? Do you think, you know, they're actually that old? And this time the vet was like, yeah, I think she's actually around that age, so that's good. That checks out. It's all over. Well, it's just, you know, it's easier to take care of an animal when you know how old they are. Because, like, older cats and older dogs and, I mean, any pet, like, as they get older, they need different kinds of care. So we wanted to know what we were getting into. Hey, that doesn't look too bad. You guys can't really see the colors all that well, but looks pretty alright. For something I'm making up as I go along, it's pretty alright. I'll take it. So aside from hanging out in my clearly awesome lit stream, does anyone have anything cool happening this weekend? Winging it for the win. Absolutely. I think that's probably my life motto. I am not known for my excellent planning. Oops. Oh well. I'm not a coward. I'm not a coward. I just don't want to watch Thane die. I like him too much. I don't want to deal with it. Also, I'm happy with the end of 2. I could be happy if that was just like it. Survive the suicide mission. Have a good time. Hang out with your new friends. Like, that's it. That sounds good to me. I smell fear. It's Sarah! My true friend. Oh, I saw her yelling at you. I saw all the text messages. Oh, there goes Shade. The baby is crying. Hang on. I'm gonna go see if she'll be quiet if I let her in. Ow! Son of a bitch. Oh. There you go. Okay. I hope you guys didn't hear me stub my toe. Ah, nope. Jesus Christ. Where'd you go? Hang on. Okay. There's a kitty. I know. She needs some loving. Hang on. Can you hear her meowing? Her like, ah! Yes. She's very cute. She has me totally wrapped around her finger. She knows exactly how to meow to like melt my heart and get my attention. So she's a little manipulative kitty cat. She also knocked over my sign. That's why I was like, geez, old Pete. That's my. It says, you are here. Now she suddenly doesn't want to be up on the desk with me, so. She's perfect. Anyway, about Hogwarts houses. I'm like, I don't know anybody else who's more of a Hufflepuff than I am. Like, I don't think there's any question. I think people meet me and they're like, yeah, that's it. Are you laughing at me, Shippo? I took it once and got Hufflepuff, clearly. And I was like, yeah, okay, that fits. And then I took it again a couple years later and they put me in Gryffindor, and I was like, that's not accurate. That's not where I belong. So I've just chosen to put myself in Hufflepuff because I think that's more fitting. You're a Slither Claw? Yikes. Those are like the two I think I would be the least like, Slytherin and Ravenclaw. Also, they sound like the least fun, I'll be honest. Like, if I'm gonna bother being sorted into a house, it can at least be a fun place to be, right? How in God's name did I do this? That's true. More accurate words I don't think have ever been spoken. See, my mom is a Capricorn, and now I'm just going to keep thinking, like, does my mom belong in Slytherin? Like, is my mom a Slytherin? I don't know. I feel like my mom is a Hufflepuff. Is that a dad joke, sir? In my chat? Right in front of my salad? I know, right in front of my salad. It's crazy. Oh goodness, why did the lettuce blush? Why? Oh. I actually really like that one, Katie. Am I gonna get the Harry Potter role-playing game? No! Absolutely not. Why would I? I, honest to goodness, could not care less about Harry Potter at this point. I really could not. I didn't even care about it that much when it was popular. Like, I knew of it, and, like, through cultural osmosis, like, I know what happens. I think I've seen all the movies at this point, but, like, as far as caring, no. Do not care. I I don't know. I run into this thing with Harry Potter where I think the world is a lot more interesting than like anything that actually happens in it, like plot wise. Which is also like kind of how I feel about Pokemon. I don't know how to tell you this, Shippo. Harry Potter has kind of fallen out of popularity recently. Like a lot of people just don't care about it anymore. Or I wouldn't say don't care about it, but just like don't it's not what it was. I think culturally. Especially since the more recent like movies with the Fantastic Beasts and stuff like I agree, sir. I really like the first 3. I really like the first one. The first one I honest to goodness will watch just for like for fun anytime someone wants to. I think it's very cute. I really like it. It's very imaginative. I really like it. But they're like kids and they're having fun and like things are still cute, you know. As soon as it gets to like the 4th movie and like they start getting really depressing and the world starts ending, I kind of lose interest. Yeah, Katie. A big part of it is J.K. Rowling. Just uh, she kind of put herself in a bad place, and a lot of fans are taking that very personally. So I actually have. I say I don't care about Harry Potter. I actually have the like magical encyclopedia book that they made of like all the Harry Potter lore. I think I still have it somewhere. But that's mostly because I it has like stuff on how to do numerology and like lore about magical creatures and like stuff like that. That's a lot more interesting to me than Harry Potter and the actual wizardry stuff that goes on. Like I'll take a book about like tarot card reading over an explanation of Quidditch rules like any day. I just don't care. I do too, Katie, actually. I was thinking about that like a week ago. I was like, oh man, I kind of want to watch the first Harry Potter movie. It's a cute, like, adventure movie for kids. Like, it's kind of like what The Goonies was for some people, where it's like when you're a kid and you're watching it and you're like, oh wow, kids get to have adventures and like go and do cool things, and it's not about the adults, it's just about the kids having their adventure. Or like I'm trying to think of another movie that's kind of like that. But like that kind of genre where it's like kids movies where kids are having adventures and like solving the mystery and exploring like a whole world of cool things. Like I think that's why it's so enjoyable to me. Sir stream? Sir gonna stream? Is the RPG game, is it gonna be multiplayer? Or is it just like a single player story? No Sir stream? Boo. 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 Aw. A multiplayer game would be fun. Like, I would consider buying one if it was multiplayer, because that would be a lot of fun to get, like, with your group of friends, especially if you're, like, in different houses and you have different, I don't know, like, skill trees or something, like, depending on the house you're in. Like, that could be a lot of fun if you, like, get to build a party of different people among, like, your friends and stuff. I think that would be fun. I would play it if that was what it was. That would be really cool. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to play any game where I have to go to class. Like, I'm done with school. Why would I want to do that? Sure, Sibo bot stream. We've talked about how that would be the most chaotic thing I think we would ever do. No one actually has friends. I don't have any friends. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know you people. Strangers. It would be. It would be a lot of fun. At some point, um, we will figure out a game that we can all play together. And that we can stream. That would be fun. I would do that. Their homework is literally magic. I still think it would be hysterical if we could manage to do like a Fatal Frame stream, just because I think we would have such a good time. Because every time we've played that game together, or any of those games together, we always have a great time and end up saying some things that I kind of wish were recorded for posterity. Chaos ensues. Yeah. A cosmic joke, you mean? What was. We were playing Fatal Frame 3 last time. Um, when I called someone Jennifer. I think it was Jennifer. Because I was so focused, I forgot what Sir said to me, so I just started yelling at Jennifer, thinking that was the ghost's name. Which is like nowhere close to any character's name in Fatal Frame ever. I was gonna say, there's no way, like, if we're talking about Shippo, Sir, and I, there is no way that Shippo would be the only one to survive that encounter. If anything, I think Sir and I would drive her crazy, and we would be the ones to leave the classroom. Uh-oh, where'd my cat go? Ruh-roh. Into what though, Katie? Like, my room's not that big. And she just like opened a portal in my closet and just, I don't know. I don't know where she would go, honestly. She doesn't really like being outside. I tried to put her, we have this little like deck area, and I tried to put her out there just to see, you know, what she would do, and she did not like it. She tried to get inside immediately. She was not vibing with that. Granted, it's like 90 degrees outside and she's a black cat, so I'm sure she was just like, nah. You guys can kind of see those colors, right? If I get in the right light. Yeah, looks alright. Actually, we did joke that she might be a witch because she just has these very interesting eyes. She looks like she just knows what's going on. That's true. If she's a witch, she doesn't need no keys. Have you guys seen the pictures that I think NASA took? Their new camera. They took pictures of space. Very cool. I don't know the name of the camera. I actually, because I'm uncultured, I didn't realize what a big deal it was until Google changed their like home screen. And I was like, oh, this must be, if Google is like saying something about it, this must be important. Which is pretty sad if like Google is my radar for like important events. Yes, yes, the James Webb. Yes, that's the one. They're really cool. I saw someone made a post that put them side by side with images taken by like um, the Hubble telescope, I think, um, from like a few years ago, and you can just see the how much detail the James Webb has in comparison. And the other ones are not bad. They're still beautiful, but the James Webb is just like out of this world, you know? Like it's it's just incredible quality in comparison. Wow. Space is so cool. Like I I don't understand enough about it, but it's so cool. Uh, there we go. So crisp. It I don't know. Space has never scared me except when I watched Gravity, which I saw in theaters in IMAX, and like I left and was like, "Oh my god, what if gravity stops working?" Like I was legitimately very freaked out after I left that movie. Uh, but that's the only time I've really been scared of space. Otherwise, it's just fascinating, I think. I like space movies. I remember when I watched Interstellar, which I've only seen once. I should watch it again. But like, I watched it, and afterwards I was like, I think I just aged like 30 years in the watching of that movie. Like, I felt like a different person after watching that movie for a little while. I was like, ooh, wow, okay. Which is a good thing, by the way. That's not a complaint. I enjoyed that movie a lot. I thought it was so interesting. But oh my gosh, that's one that'll get inside your head. It's one of those movies that like you can only watch sometimes. That's not like a casual viewing movie. Robots in space. Robots in space. Big fan of that. Hence why I have like all this Gundam Wing merch. Oh, and Sailor Moon, I guess. Sailor Moon doesn't have robots though, but it is about space, sort of, if you squint. Oh god, what are you putting in my chat, Tony? I haven't played Portal. I've seen a lot of Portal playthroughs, I guess. I've seen people play it. Portal is one of those games where I feel like I would like to play it, but if I did, I would just get really mad. Like I would just get really frustrated. I'm not a like puzzle games type of person, I don't think. I'm gonna change this music because like I appreciate the chill, but I think I need a little more energy. So let's see what I can find. There should be music. Can you guys not hear it? Here I've been vibing out this whole time. Okay. The most thrilling part of any embroidery stream, watching me try to unknot this thread. Okay. Well, thank you for waking up. I really do appreciate it. You didn't have to. I know your sleep schedule is what it is, so thanks for stopping by, really. Have a good rest. Maybe I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Oh my god, I think I'm making it worse. Like, I think it's getting worse. What happened to you? Who hurt you? I mean, that's true, but I still appreciate it, so go rest. I am so sorry you guys have to watch me untangle thread for this long. This is stupid. I knocked into the microphone. Or the camera with my microphone. Ah! Ah! Not even attempted. I think they're too intimidating for me. I've heard that. I've heard a lot of people say that Lord of the Rings is better than The Hobbit. So I knew that, I just haven't actually watched them. Oh, it's on Netflix? Okay. Well, maybe sometime. The new Prime series for Lord of the Rings?